Here we are, finally, to the letter D. With Final Testament, we're saying, finally. It took so long to get started. Now, finally, we're on the Seal of the Bible. So let's click on, please, on your computer, the Seal of the Devotional Bible. And notice that it's a devotional Bible. It's concise, it's conversational, it's commentary, it's weekly, it's book by book, and it's, oh my God, Genesis to Revelation. What are you doing with the latter books of the Bible, Rabbi? The rabbis make it very clear. Who is wise? The one who learns from everyone. The Gospels have much truth. Cannot avoid the Gospels. And we'll be in the Quran soon also. Genesis to Revelation, each and every year. Torah to be discussed orally. Rabbi Aryeh A. Alpern. Because my name plays over and over again in interesting ways. Feel free here to lead to the Karen Armstrong quote. Let's do that real quickly. We're going to scroll up and I'll say when. And more. And a little more. And good, stop right here. We're going to go through book by book, but this is complicated because if you have a Jewish calendar, you'll see that right now, for example, we're in the book of Leviticus. There's a certain prophetic reading. If you're a Messianic Jew, God bless you, you have a parallel in the Gospels or in the scriptures you also consider to be sacred. So, how we study that is open for discussion. There are daily Bible studies with daily gospel studies that go hand in hand. But I discussed that in the body of the work. That's not something to talk about now. But I do recommend you make a commitment to be part of a study group because that's what makes the Final Testament sweet. When you see what's been rewritten, it makes even more sense. It's even more pleasurable to experience. But before we do that, I'm going to be doing this now throughout the alphabet. I'm going to read to you the most amazing poem ever written. Let's get this right up to here, Final Soliloquy of the Interior Paramore. I'm going to read snippets of it because we can't, you can't do this all on one foot. How long can you stand on one foot? So I'm just going to read. By the way, this poem was written in 1950, the year I was born. So I feel really connected. I've been reading this poem for 40 years, and each time getting something new out of it. So, Final Soliloquy of the Interior Paramore. Light, the first light of evening, is in a room in which we rest and for small reason think the world imagined is the ultimate good. This is therefore the intensest rendezvous. It isn't that bright, it is in that thought that we collect ourselves out of all indifferences into one thing. We're going to go down to here, and you'll want to read this over yourself. Within its vital boundary in the mind, we say, God and the imagination are one. How high that highest candle lights the dark. Out of this same light, out of the central mind. And the brain scientists are talking about the importance of the central mind as we speak. Stevens didn't know this. As a poet, he intuited it, though. That's the beauty of poetry. He knew before the scientists there was a middle brain, a central mind. We make a dwelling in the evening air in which being there together is enough. Quick speculation is in Hartford, I think that Wallace lived in the same block that the conservative rabbi did, and he would write his poetry as he walked around the block. It's a very effective way just to keep focused. And I can see it right there. There's the window. He saw the rabbi and the Rebbitzin and the family lighting the Sabbath candles. And that's why we have always said this poem on the Sabbath, lighting the candles. A little inspiration for people.